What's good, man? It's been a solid 3 weeks. 4. Something like that. Since I recorded video. As you can see, I am at my residence. So I got a lot to cover today. Where's my phone? I got a lot to cover today since the last thing I talked about was national championship activities, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check. Let's go to the account. Latest video, I was talking about national championships. So, I'm not going to waste any time. I got to talk about, I'm going to just go in order of playoffs. Dang, I didn't record a video talking about playing. Nah, I didn't. If I did, I didn't post it. That's tough. But, Actually, let me look. I don't think I did. Ever since I've been back at the house. Nah. But, let's get straight into it, man. I'm looking at the playoff bracket right now. I'm gonna just go through and talk about what I think, whatever happened. So in the West, the first round, Thunder swept the Pelicans. Fitting, they didn't have Zion. Brandon Ingram was getting locked up by Lou Dort the entire series. Didn't put up over 21s. I was posting on my Instagram, like the end of series and stuff, giving my insight on each team and what they did, how they could have did better. But I guess it's a little better to talk about it because you can do more when you're talking. So yeah. So they got rid of them. No Zion. Not much from CJ or BI in that series. So yeah, that was expected. Shade, J-Dub, Chet being a defensive anchor really helped them sweep that series. Ooh, the Mavs Clips series. That was probably the best first series. Maybe Knicks and Sixers. But yeah, bro, Mavs pulled it out. I know Luka, even now, he's been struggling into the semis. He's been struggling a bit, but like they got it done. Kyrie stepped up big time, was actually playing defense, locking up in the elimination game. And the Clips, man, I don't know what happened. Harden, he just ain't himself. He's just not, he wasn't his old self. I know he had that game where he went off. He was probably the best player on the team, and that's kind of sad. I know Kawhi was injured, so that's tough. He's been injured for the last 1 million playoffs, seems like. But, Mavs got rid of them pretty quickly. Not really quickly, in 6 games. I didn't expect it. I expect that series to go 7. Mavs got them up out of there, though. I think the Clippers would have been the only team that I'm not going to count out the Mavs in their series versus the Thunder. I feel like the Clippers, out of those two teams, if any of those two teams were to beat the Thunder, in my opinion, it would have been the Clippers because they have the experience. But the Mavs still have a chance. They only lost 1 game. This series, KD and them got swept. Anthony Edwards taking over the league by man. Go look back at my preseason. Just go look back at my preseason thoughts. Just please go look back at my preseason rankings and stuff. You're going to see what I said about the Timberwolves. You're going to see what I said about Anthony Edwards. I said he should have averaged 26. He averaged 25.9 this season. People say I don't know ball. Just go back. I don't know what video it was. I've only posted 26. So this is my 27. You can go find it. Someone talk about preseason. I predicted that the Timberwolves are going to be really good this year. People were doubting. I was like, they're a defensive team. Look what they're doing to the Nuggets right now. I said this. I said their 1 through 5 can guard. Even Cat, he can guard. Nas Reed off the bench. Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Hey, I predicted it, man. They got them boys up out of there. KD and Book were the only ones that were consistent for the Suns, and that's not enough against Ant Edwards, who's putting up 40 balls, 30 piece, whatever, giving Brad Beal the work. Cat doing what he had to do. Gobert being a defensive anchor, even though Nurkic ain't all that. Mike Conley facilitating. Nickeil coming off the bench. Nas Reed coming off the bench. 6th man of the year. I predicted they were going to be good, man, but people didn't understand, I guess. I predicted this. Go look back at my video. Please go look back. But, yeah. They swept them boys. Got them out of there. And the Nuggets beat the Lakers in 5. I think we don't really have to talk much about that. AD and Brown were the only consistent players for the Lakers that series. Versus MPJ, Jokic, and Jamal Murray was putting up numbers, but his efficiency was horrible. So, yeah. But they're down 2-0 to the Timberwolves right now, and I feel like they have that same mentality versus the Lakers, but the Timberwolves can actually close games, and we just seen them get blew out by 26 the other night. And if they don't pick it up next game, yeah. That's my thoughts on the West. First round. Sort of second round. But, yeah, man. When it comes to the East, the Celtics, I don't know how they gave up a game to the Heat. No Jimmy, but the Heat did hit 23 threes that game, so it's hard to yeah, that's that hard thing to beat when a team puts up 23 threes and makes 23 threes. But yeah, Celtics, I'm thinking the Celtics got an easy road to the chip. In my opinion, people are counting them out because the Timberwolves have been on the come up, but the Timberwolves were a 1 seed. We saw these two teams match up. And if I am not mistaken, so they split the season series 1-1. Those are the two best teams in the league, in my opinion, during the season. So, best defense versus best offense. They split the season series. I think those two are going to go to the finals. We going to see about the Thunder, though. That's neither here or there. But, Celtics, I think they're going straight to the finals. Cavs, they barely beat the Magic. The Magic were a good 5 seed, but, they don't have the experience. So, I see. But they let it get to 7. Cavs should have got them boys up out of there in 4, 5, maybe even 6. But 7, I don't know. Cavs always, their offense always just plummets in the playoffs. So it's just Donovan Mitchell versus everybody for real, because he's been the only offensive threat for them, in my opinion, for a while. Pacers got rid of the Bucks. I know Giannis was injured. Dame. Hey, a win is a win. Back-to-back first-round exits for the Bucks. They did win the chip in 2021, and ever since then, I don't know what's happened with those guys. But yeah, Pacers are now down to 0-2 to the Knicks. But yeah, Knicks beat the 76ers. Ooh, it was iffy. That was a good series because Embiid was just getting to his stride, but they couldn't get it. I didn't expect that. That's probably one of the best 7 seeds because Embiid being injured for the whole season had them go from a 3 seed to a 7. And then he came back and was still a bit hurt, so that was iffy. But, yeah. Now, yeah, like I said, Thunder up 1-0 on the Mavs. Timberwolves are up 2-0 on the Nuggets. Crazy. Not really, though. You can see it, bro. Celtics are up 1-0 on the Cavs. I think they're going to sweep them. Or go to 5. It don't matter. And like I said, the Knicks 2-0. But they lost OG. So I think the Pacers, I think they even the series up at home. Tie it up, go back to New York, and it's first to 2 wins. So, yeah, my picks to go to the conference finals are, I don't care about the West. I do though. I just feel like whoever wins the Nuggets Timberwolves series goes straight to the championship. Especially if the Mavs come out of this series versus the Thunder. But the Thunder, they solid. They deep too. And I think it'll probably be Knicks, Celtics. I think Celtics win, and they go to chip. I've been banking on the Celtics to win the chip, and people are counting them out, like I said. But we'll see. But like they've been the consensus pick. I know Tatum, but like Tatum ain't playing good. They're still beating them by 30. I don't think it matters how many points he's putting up when they're beating teams by 30. That's how deep their team is. But something. I already kind of talked about Ant-Man, but I'll get back to him in a bit. But yeah, man. Jokic winning his third. Well, yeah, I'll talk about Jokic. I'll talk about Gobert. Then I'll talk about Nas Reed and Wemby. So, yeah. So, Joker wins his third MVP in 4 years. Should be a three-peat because of last season. But they had to give it to Embiid. I see sort of a trend here where like, you see what they did last year where Embiid didn't have the best playoff showing, but he got the MVP. And now Jokic, he's not having a bad playoff showing, but they're losing right now. So they give him the MVP, but I don't know. A lot of people say it should have been Shea. I feel like it's justified. You got to get him back for what he didn't get last year. Yeah. This is his third. I think his stats were, it was like 26, 12, and 9. As a center, by the way. People forget that Nikola Jokic is a center putting up, let me get the specifics, 26.4 points, 12.4 rebounds, and 9 assists as a 5-man. That's enough for me. And they were a top 3 seed. Top 2. Actually, they were the freaking 2 seed. So, I know I've been begging for a Luka MVP. But it ain't looking too good when Jokic is putting up those numbers as a center. I know Luka averaged about 34. But he's a 5th seed. You feel me? Rudy Gobert. With the controversial DPOY, his 4th in 7 years, which is insane. He's a Hall of Famer just off of defense. That's a fact. He's a Hall of Famer just already. And if they get that ring, he's already one of the greatest defenders ever. Believe it or not, and he's a board man. But people don't want to talk about that. He getting cooked by Joker. Blah, blah, blah. Joker's the best center, pound for pound, best player in the NBA. I don't think that matters. He can do what he can. But, yeah. I feel like that's deserved. I know they're like Wemby, but, like, the Timberwolves were the best defensive team in the NBA. Anchored by Gobert. And I think that says enough right there. But, whatever. Wemby, Victor Wembanyama, unanimous Rookie of the Year. That was light. I'm sorry. I don't think anybody expected otherwise. Let's get his specific stats for the season. Let's go Basketball Reference. Victor Wembanyama, 21.4 points. I don't care about them blocks. Show me the rebounds. 10.6 rebounds, 3.6 blocks, 3.9 assists. Shooting, what's his field goal percentage? 46 from the field, 32 from 3, and 79 from the line. That ain't bad for a 7'4" guy. Unanimous. I don't think anybody expected anybody else. I think it was Chet and then B. Miller, which all three of those guys in 5 years will be, in my opinion, all NBA players. So, hey, this might be a crazy rookie class, because look, you got Wemby, Chet, Brandon Miller, the Thompson twins, who are underrated defenders, playmakers, rebounders. They do everything. They just got to get jumpers. Scoot, who picked it up as the season went on. But people don't want to give them the respect. But, hey, man. I was high on Miller coming out the draft, so I know why people like, why did they take Scoot over him? They had LaMelo Ball. Simple enough, in my opinion. But, hey. Yeah, Wemby got that Rookie of the Year, unanimous. I was kind of a Chet guy, but numbers don't lie. Hey, exactly. I know Chet. The thing about Chet was he came in and made his team a first seed. His presence made the Thunder a first seed. Look at last year versus now. No Chet. His defensive presence, his rebounding, his scoring. Like, he really, having him in the lineup has made the Thunder a 1 seed, in my opinion. I feel like that's value, but, it's Rookie of the Year, so that has nothing to do with value. And then Sixth Man of the Year, our boy Big Jelly, Nas Reed. If you know, you know. But people don't know. If you didn't know, I've been watching high school stuff since I was 9, so I know all these guys that were coming up. I knew, that's crazy. One of the first ever mixtapes, not mixtapes, but one of the first ever things that I watched was Scotty Barnes as an 8th grader. Yeah, I know, right? And I was it's just crazy. So Nasri averaged 13.5 points, 5.2 rebounds, 1.3 assists, 47.7% from the field, and got himself a Sixth Man of the Year. Light work for my boy Nas, Big Jelly. If you know, you know. Big Jelly. Jelly fam. Respect to Nas, bruh. Went from undrafted to Sixth Man of the Year. Respect. A lot of undrafted guys are the ones who end up coming to the top. And respect, man. Nothing but respect for him. Just hope that, Jelly JQ, he's 25. He declared for the draft. He's 25, though. I wish he would have just... His Villanova stint that said something to me about it just wasn't for him over there, and after that it just went downhill. So hope the best for him too. But don't really have anything else to talk about. I'm just gonna continue. Ooh, I guess I could talk about Ant Edwards. Even though I predicted this, not saying I'm that guy, but I predicted his ascension. I said, this season was his year to average. I say he's gonna average 26, bro. He averaged 26. That's not even enough, but still, if you know, you know. Ant-Man had even when I knew because of the Team USA, that made me a believer. I was already a believer. Him and LaMelo, they're who's better? I don't think we have to have that argument anymore because Ant is now the number one option on his team. I feel like with Cat there, Cat was a top 3 center in the league. And then Cat was Cat gave Ant the team. He gave him the team. And that was the best thing that Cat could have did for the Timberwolves. They got Gobert. Made it work. So that's why they're so successful. They got Mike Conley, who's more than capable. point guard, vet. Jaden McDaniels, they think it's a meme, but even though KD was putting up crazy numbers, they got KD, we got Jaden McDaniels. That's a crazy meme. But yeah, man, Ant-Man's taking over the league. He's taking over the league. Ain't no question about it. I know as a KD fan, but like I said, even Team USA, I was posting saying that Ant-Man was that guy. He was the next one up. And I posted something in a TikTok comment section. I was like, where are the true fans? Like, I've been a fan of Ant since he was in high school, because I told y'all, I've been watching high school ball since I was like 9. So I've seen all these guys go through high school. And like, they're like, bro, you hating? I'm like, I'm not hating. I'm just looking for the people who knew he was going to be this good before these playoff series. But yeah, man, respect to him, bro. He's on a GOAT trajectory. Him, Wemby, Jokic still on the GOAT trajectory because he's won a ring. Another guy who people don't understand. I don't think people. Paolo Banchero he's on a trajectory to be a Hall of Famer. He's only a second-year player. People forget about that. I feel like he's on that trajectory too. If the team continues to develop, because they're all young. But hey, what happens happens. Don't say I didn't. I've been super high. Those two specifically, like Ant-Man and Paolo, are two guys that I've been high on since they came into the league. Especially Paolo, man. I expected a better regular season for him, but he showed in the playoffs that that's his team. I know Franz had a bad showing in Game 7, and that's why they got sent home ultimately. But yeah, Magic got a bright future ahead, and I respect their rebuild. They got some vets in there. They got Jalen Suggs, Markelle Fultz, Paolo, Franz, Wendell when healthy. They got Anthony Black, the youngins. They got Cole Anthony. They got Jet Howard. They got John Isaac. Like, they have depth. They're just young. Once they all mesh, Gary Harris, like, hey, Magic could be up there. They already were the 5 seed this year, so I'm expecting better. I just don't want them to be like the Cavs, because they're kind of reminding me of the Cavs. But they're young, so I feel like they're gonna be really good in years to come as well. Who else? Ooh, I saw something. They're like every monster has his nightmare, and it was like Ja and Ant-Man. Because if you know, Ja has put Ant out of the playoffs, and they had chances to win. I remember that series like it was yesterday in 2022. They had chances to make it to the next round and play Golden State. But him and Cat weren't enough. And that was like, yeah, people forget, Ant's about to be 23. He was super young then. Ant was about 20 in that series. So people can't be like, he's supposed to be. No. Ant, he's had a crazy ascension, like I said. But yeah, man, I think that's all I got, man. I gave y'all some predictions, stuff like that, some yap. It's been about 3-4 weeks since I've yapped on the channel, so I think it's only right that I came back. I got to start covering games, though, man, on my Instagram. Instead of doing series, I need to do games, specific games, watch film, and the draft is coming up. I need to be studying players. I want to do a mock draft or something like that. I'll get that back for y'all, but yeah. And that's all I got for y'all today, man. Hopefully, I'm back home. About to start working, though, so vids, I got Tuesday and Thursday or when I want to post, because ain't no classes no more. I'm at home, so yeah, man. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate those who still support. Appreciate those who are going to support eventually. And just trust the process, yo. I got y'all. And I'm out. Peace.